What's up, Morning Manna? Welcome back to day 3. I hope you're enjoying this study of Naaman. I tell you what, if there's a section in Scripture or a subject in Scripture or a person in Scripture that you want us to cover at some point in Morning Manna, drop us a comment or send us an email at contact@manna.church, and we'll see what we can do about covering that person or text or topic. I think that'd be fun. So hit us up in the comments. We will check it out. But we're continuing today, talking about the healing that Naaman experiences. And today, I want to talk about Elisha. And Elisha's all the way through this. If you want to read these verses, you could pick it up in 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 8, but you probably need to read through the whole rest of the chapter to get all the references to Elisha. And that might be worthy. You could pause me and go read those and then come back. So Elisha, he's the prophet. He's moved with miracles throughout his time as a prophet. And I think he does something very interesting here. When the king of Israel gets the letter from the king of Aram saying, I want you to heal this guy, and then the king of Israel freaks out. His name's Joram. He freaks out like, oh no, I can't do anything. Elisha doesn't come to see the king. He sends him a message. He says, hey, send him and he'll discover there's a prophet in Israel. Really, he'll see that God has power. When Naaman shows up to Elisha's house to get instructions on how he can be healed or to get him to pray for him, Elisha doesn't go out to see Naaman. He sends a servant who goes out and tells him what he needs to do. We'll talk about that very soon. When Naaman comes back to see Elisha does go see him. So you go, what's going on? What game is Elisha playing? Does he think he's too important to be bothered? I think Elisha has realized that he wants to keep the focus on God. So he doesn't show up to the king and say, hey, look how great I am. He says, no, send for him. But the God is the focus. When Naaman shows up and says, I want to get healed, what do I need to do? Elisha sends out a servant to tell him what to do. There's no Elisha to look at and think, Elisha's the one that's doing this. Nope, it's all focused on God. Elisha has great faith. Naaman goes out and does what he's told to do. He goes through that healing process. And then when he comes back and he has that, we'll talk about a little bit later this week about that special moment that he has before he leaves to go back home. But God is always the focus. It's always a challenge to me. Sometimes when I'm hoping that God will move, sometimes it's about me in the midst of that. But I want my focus, your focus. Let's keep God at the center. He is the hero of the story. God bless you, man, church. I'll see you tomorrow.